This is the 6th of 7 pamphlets, booklets, brochures from work in regard to apologetics. This one is entitled Bible Overview, Themes, Facts, and Key Verses at a Glance. Same publishers, as usual, once again, Rose Publishing, and with some of them, once again, also Hendrickson Publishers. Pull this pamphlet out, long form on one side. We have Old Testament sections, Pentateuch, historical books, poetry and wisdom, major prophets, minor prophets. For example, within Genesis, it has the who, Moses, what, the beginnings, where, Egypt and Canaan, when, 1446 BC to 1406 BC, why, to demonstrate that God is sovereign and loves his creation. There's an outline of the chapters, and their version of a key verse is, I will establish my covenant as an everlasting covenant between me and you and your descendants after you for the generations to come, to be your God and the God of your descendants after you, Genesis 17:7. So the one side has that information for the Pentateuch, historical books, in two sections, poetry and wisdom, major prophets and minor prophets. To turn this guide over, it has a section on how to use the Bible overview pamphlet, which really don't see as necessary, but it's kind of them. Continues actually with minor prophets. Then there's New Testament, Gospels and Acts, Paul's epistles, letters in two sections, general epistles and Revelation. So let's look at Revelation. Who? John. What? Letter to 7 churches. Where? Island of Patmos. When? 8090 to 8096. Why? To give hope to persecuted Christians and provide a vision of Christ's return. There's an outline. Key verse. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. And there was no longer any sea. Revelation 21:1. On this website, I often quote Revelation 21 to 22 in regard to the new heaven and new earth, which I don't believe is described plain literally in Scripture, but it's certainly not myth. It is described figurative literally, or with the use of symbolism and metaphor. And I believe it is religious history and religious prophecy of what will occur. So, another good pamphlet. I recommend it.